as an author, you should know that promoting yourself, promoting your book starts before the book is published. So if you haven't been doing that and you have just published your book, well, anyway, you are forgiven, but it means you will need to work harder. Okay, so you should know that promoting your book or promoting yourself starts before your book is published. There are things you should have been doing to get your name out there. There are things you should have been doing to make people know you. Okay, so you should have been building an author platform. You should have been building a followership base, right? Okay, so that it becomes easy when you release your book. You have a group of followers waiting to see your book, all right, waiting to buy your book, waiting to read your book. Right, so that's part of what you should have been doing. Okay, so you should give yourself a platform, create a platform for yourself. Now, let's say you haven't been doing that, or you have been doing that. You can. This video is still for you, right? So you have just published your book and you want to start to promote. Have a short-term goal and have a long-term goal. Probably you have phone numbers of a lot of people who have been following you, who will be interested in knowing that you've released a book. You can send bulk SMS to people and attach the book link as well to where they can, the link where they can get the book to buy. Okay, that's number one. Then another thing is, as people buy your book, you should seek reviews from them. Alright, so if you know of anybody who has bought your book, kindly reach out to the person and tell the person that, please, can you kindly drop a review on the platform where the book was bought. There are usually spaces where the person leaves comments or reviews, so it encourages other readers to buy it. So when people, like, if I go to a site now and I see like 250 reviews, I will know that this book is really worth the time it took reading it. So let them drop the review on the site, and then if you have recommendations, right, or if you have comments or praises that people have said or have made about your book, share them on social media. Put the book link, let people know about it. Accept invitations to write forwards for people, right? So I believe somebody wrote a forward for you. You can also honor the invitation and write for somebody else. So somebody is looking for a forward for his or her own book. Write the forward. It's an opportunity to get your name out there as an author, because at the end of the forward you can attach your name. Say your name is John Smith. Say John Smith, author, Grow Rich. Alright, and then you can put the link after the author name and all that. Okay, so that's one way you can promote yourself. Everything you have to do is you have to just keep doing things that will let people know you, that will let people, because at the beginning, don't even be concerned about the money first, because it's all about getting your name out there. Now, as you promote your book, I'm sure you'll be using a lot of text, a lot of pictures, like your book cover. You would have been sharing it on social media, trying to tell people my book is out there, buy it. Okay, make sure you also incorporate videos. It helps. People want to see you. People want to know what you are like. People are interested in your life, maybe your personal life. If there's something interesting about you, you feel that you can share on video, please do so. It adds, it increases your visibility out there, and then people are finding out. People want to find out more about you. People want to know more about you. Rather, videos increase your visibility. So if you have interesting things to show about your book or about yourself, share it on social media and let people see. Come up with creative things that you can share just to promote your book, right? So add videos to your promotional tools. If you haven't published your book yet, another way to add some fun, some excitement, some suspense, or some excitement, rather, or some interest, to create interest in the minds of people before the book is published, is to do a pre-order. Amazon has that, and I think D2D also has that. Yeah, D2D has that. So do a pre-order. Like, say you can do a pre-order for a long time. Like I think you can even do up to a year before the release date. Yeah, so you can do a pre-order of, say, within a period of 7 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Like, try to build excitement, try to build anticipation, for the book. So people will get to book down for the book. You understand? They'll get to order for the book, but it will not be delivered to them yet until the release date. So by the release date, you are expected to have uploaded the final manuscript, okay, for the book. So you can do a pre-order, and then you can even make the price during the pre-order cheaper, just to make sure people order. A lot of people order, then you can change the price after the pre-order period. So the pre-order adds excitement, adds interest, adds anticipation, to your followers. It's very important for you to have a team. Very, very important to have a team. Very important to have a team. I cannot overstress that. Right, so if you are there, you are just doing all the sharing alone on social media, you are the only one talking about your book, you might not go very far. Get some trusted people, put them together and tell them, okay, you can even compose the messages for them. Compose the messages, get the designs ready, and tell them, please, I need you people to share these messages for me, share these designs for me on your social media platforms, on your WhatsApp groups, or whatever. Help me get the word out that this book is out. But make sure that whatever you are giving to them, it has the link to the platforms where people can buy the book from. So make sure it's a complete set of information that you are giving to your team. So now, you are an author. What kind of picture do you have as your DP? Whether on Facebook, on Twitter, on WhatsApp, what kind of things do you put on your WhatsApp status? What kind of, so you should have publicity designs or professional designs now, okay, to publicize yourself. So get a design that will show your book cover, that will show your picture, and that will show the book links to the platforms where your book is selling on. So, and then use it as your DP, alright? So what's the sense in you're just putting your picture alone, or you're putting your picture alone as your WhatsApp status, when you can add other information, when you can do a design where you have your picture and you have the book cover and you have the link or the links where your book can be bought from. So get a designer, get a graphics designer to do all that for you and use it as your WhatsApp DP. Right, so you can also share this. You can do several colors, several versions, several types. You can even pick out quotes from your book. You can pick out funny statements from your book and use it as your WhatsApp DP. Add the book cover to it, add your picture to it, add the link to it, whatsoever. You understand? And using it as your DP and share it. Give it to your team. Let them use it as their own status or as their own WhatsApp status or as DP or whatever. And let them share it, and you can never tell who is going to see it and then buy your book and be interested in that subject that you treated in your book. If you have an office of your own, or you work somewhere and you have an office and you are allowed to paste things on the door of your office, so what you can do is make a poster, a very bold poster. Let your book cover be on it, let your picture be on it, let the links or the bookshops, the physical bookshops where people can get your book, let all those pieces of information be on that poster, and then you can put it at the door. You can paste it on the door of your office. So that's another way to publicize. A lot of people come into your office, whether you're working for somebody or you're working for yourself. Alright, a lot of people will come and visit you. A lot of people come and see you for one service or product or the other. You understand? Or they are even just passing by. Alright, and definitely you cannot talk to everybody, every single person that passes by, or even every single person that comes to see you in your office. You might not have the opportunity to tell them about your book, but with that poster on your door, you are just going to be, that poster is just doing the job for you. So that's another way to publicize yourself or to publicize your book. If you are allowed to put a poster on your office door and you work somewhere or you belong to an organization where there is a place for a notice board or there is a notice board somewhere, you can as well do a simple design. It might not be as big as a poster. It might be like an A4 size. You can also do that design, put your book details in it, put your picture and paste it on that notice board. A lot of people will be going there to find out different kinds of information. So put it there and let it do the work of publicity for you. Now, all these things that I've shared are free things, or rather things that you can do on your own that you don't have to pay for. Alright, they are just like free publicity, free promotional efforts. You don't need to pay for them. Just do this here and there, and before you know it, you are growing. Before you know it, your name is becoming popular out there. Before you know it, your sales are increasing and all that. Okay, but if you want to go into the paid one, all right, you can use some of these book platforms where your books are, where your book is on. For example, you can go to Amazon and go under marketing, under your profile. You see marketing, and then you can choose the kind of marketing that you want. If you want them to do an advert for you, there are several things that they have under marketing. If you want them to do an advert for you, they can do it for you, right? So, and you will pay for it. Okay, so just go there and explore, see the kind of options that they have, right? But you have to pay for it. So you are the one who determine what you choose will determine how much you are going to pay. Okay, if it's on Okada Books also has something like that, where they can even collect your once you subscribe for a particular kind of advert. For example, they have one where they will send description of your book, or they will do a review for you. Yeah, they will do a review for you, and then they will send the review to their subscribers. Okay, they have a lot of subscribers, like maybe I think thousands. They have thousands of subscribers, so they'll just do a review for you and send the review to the emails of the subscribers. Like, okay, so the call to action will be to buy your book. So you can pay for that. It's not so expensive. I don't think it's not so expensive. Yeah. So they have different types, different things you can do. The paid ones that's cheap, that are still affordable for you to do. If you want to try that, you can try that. Okay, so try other sites where your book is on. They will have marketing tools, that you can use. Now, also for Amazon, there's something called Author Central. It's where you build your own profile as the author. Go there. There are a lot of things you can do with your Author Central. Go there, put your picture, upload your picture there, upload videos of yourself, do different. You can come up with creative things under Author Central, just to let people know more about you, just to promote yourself. So maximize all these tools that these platforms have, and you will see yourself you see sales really soaring. Yeah. I believe that as an author, publicity is not something that should stop after like a year or 2 years or 6 months. So don't even think it's that, I've just released my book, I can now rest after 2 years. No. Publicity is going to be forever, as long as you are alive, except you are not taking this thing seriously. So as long as you want to keep being an author, you want to publish more books, you need to keep doing publicity. Alright, so one of the things you can do is fix your email signature. What do I mean? You have Gmail, you have Gmail, Yahoo Mail, whichever mail you are using. Okay, go and set it. There's a place where you set it. Go under settings and look for email signature. You will automatically fix it as, say, your name is John Smith, author, grow rich, and then you put the link for, let's say, the Amazon platform, or Okada Books, or Apple, or Barnes and Noble, or whatever platform your book is on. So whenever you send an email, that ending will always follow every email. You don't need to type a fresh thing. You don't need to type the ending of any email anymore. That thing you have fixed, the email signature, it will always follow every email that you send. So it's going to be like forever, as long as you use that email, as long as you send an email. Alright, so you don't need to bother your head about that. That's one way you can publicize yourself. You never know. You send emails to different kinds of people, and you never know the person who is going to click on your link. If you have a website, or you have access to contribute content on a website, use hyperlinks. Use hyperlinks where you can direct people to where they can buy your book. So take advantage of that. You are contributing content, or people are asking you to contribute content to something. Make sure that there's a link within the content, or there's a phrase, or make sure you creatively come up with a phrase from your book, that can promote your book. And then you should also have a link or direct people to where they can buy your book from. That's one thing you can do. Now, do you also have a business card? You have a business card. What's the use of the business card if it doesn't show where we can see your book? Which physical bookshop is selling your book? Which online store is selling your book? You should have those things in your business card. So whenever you give it to anybody, even if the person is not asking you about publishing or author or whatever, the card can speak for itself. You never know where the person will also go to and drop your card somewhere, and somebody will be interested in that book. So make sure you include your book details in your business card. On the various platforms where you published your book, you should go to your profile. Under about the author, try to put your social media links so that people who read your book or who intend to read your book can connect with you, whether on Facebook, whether on Twitter, whether on LinkedIn. Put a link there that can direct them to you. So they want to know more about you. Even if they don't want to know more about you, if they see the link, they'll be tempted to click it to see, okay, what's this author all about? Or maybe after they've read the book, they are now convinced that this guy is really good and they want to connect with you on social media. That link will be there on your profile, to take them to your profile on maybe Facebook or whatever. Alright, from there you are building your author base, you are building your followers. Another interesting and creative thing you can do is to do joint promotion with other authors. Yes, we don't usually do that here, or I rarely see that. Okay, but it's something that you can do. Okay, so you have another author, whether a new or old author who has a book, okay, and your own book too has been published. You guys can do joint promotion. Now you can do joint promotion in various ways. Very interesting. Various ways. It can even be for the physical book, for the prints. Okay, so you can let's say there's a program coming up, maybe in your church, in your organization, anywhere, any social organization or something. Let's say there's an event coming up. You guys can put your book together and say, okay, let's say your own book sells for 8,000 naira, and this other guy's book too sells for 8,000 naira. You can put both together and say, oh, buy these two books for 1,500 only at this event. After this event, it returns to the normal price. Joint promotion like that. Okay, and another thing that you can do is you can do swapping of chapters within your ebooks. Not even just ebooks alone, within your prints. Alright, so there's author A and there's author B. Okay. Author A will bring one interesting chapter from his own book, and insert it in author B's book. Author B will also take one interesting chapter from his own book and insert it in author A's book, and both of them will publish it. So when people read author A's book, they see one chapter from author B inside author A's book. That is interesting. Like, oh, so this guy is somebody like this here, and there is a subject like this here. Okay, I would like to buy the book, and then the link is there, or the direction is there to the bookstore where you can get the book. So that's joint promotion. So sit down, brainstorm. There are several creative things you can do under joint promotion. Now, something you can also do is have a sample chapter of one book in your new book. So if you've authored several books, you can take a sample chapter from book 1 and insert it in book 2 when you're about to publish it. Okay, so you have like 5 books and the recent one is number 5. Take a sample chapter from, let's say, book 3 or book 4, put it in book 5 and publish book 5. When people read book 5, they see a sample chapter of book 4 or book 3 and they order for the book. So of course, put the link there, put the direction there for the physical store, and your sales just grow just like that. Okay, so and also make use of this feature in this feature in the different platforms. They are like D2D offers this service of putting the titles of putting your other titles in the present book or in the current book that you're about to publish. So you don't have to manually do it. There's a place you just go to set it. Automatically, when people buy your book and they read it, they see other titles by John Smith and they see those titles, so they can always click to get them, or they can always search for them and buy them. Right. So that's the summary is that advertise your other books in every new book, and you can do that automatically. There are platforms that can do that automatically for you. It's not compulsory you do it manually, but if you have those platforms that cannot do them automatically, that cannot do it automatically, try to do it manually. Insert it either at the beginning or at the end of your book. Other titles by this author, put those titles there. Direct them to where they can buy it. Don't forget. I mentioned writing a forward. under the short-term goals, but it also falls under the long-term goals, because you are an author, you are always going to be writing, and the more you are known by people, the more they'll come to you that, oh, you authored this book and I want to write something along this line, and I see that you are an expert in it. Can you help me write a foreword, or can you even write can you just write something like an endorsement for this book for me? All right, so honor such invitations. It's part of the long-term thing. Honor such invitations, and make sure that you insert your book link or the name of the physical store where they can get the book. So now, especially for your short-term goals, it's very nice if you can have a timetable, have a timeline, you understand, of tasks to be done, and the time that those tasks need to be completed. Otherwise, you just be doing things at random, like, and you just, maybe when you just feel like it, whenever you wake up and you feel good, you feel happy, then you do one. Another day, if you don't feel very happy, you don't do anything. Another day, if you are encouraged by one person, you do something. So don't wait for this inner feeling of happiness or inspiration. Have a timetable, have a timeline, have a schedule. Write out, brainstorm. I've said several things, and there are other things you might know too that I have not said. Write out the different things you can do. You don't have to do everything, but you know the things that you are comfortable with. Look at the things that you are comfortable with that you can do. Make a list of those things. Fix a time that those things can be completed, all right, and work with that timetable. So immediately you publish your book, like I said, your promotion should start before the book was published. But if you didn't do that, it's not too late. Have a timetable now. Write out the promotional tasks that you can do. Put a time, put a deadline to each of those tasks, and make sure that you get them done. Make sure you implement every of those plans that you have put down. Okay, so when you have completed everything, you can move to the long-term goals and continue from there. So which of these promotional ideas have you tried before, and what results did they bring you, positive or negative? And which do you think can be modified, can be adjusted, and probably I have not mentioned something that I will also be willing to learn from you. So please drop something in the comment section. So take care. Wish you greater sales. Bye.